Hey guys, it's David Doty with Call It Closed International Realty. I am the managing broker for the Carolinas as of this moment, and grateful to be able to say that and to be able to be that. I love Call It Closed. I love the culture here, and I love that I'm able to answer people's questions. I've always wanted to be a teacher, and I get to essentially be a teacher without having to grade homework, and it's wonderful. So someone asked me a question today. One of our agents called and said, my sellers want to terminate the listing agreement, pull the house off the market, and renovate it and put it back on a later date. What should I do? Do we have a policy on that? And the truth is, we are all individual contributors, independent contractors, and we are able to, within the confines of our independent contractor agreements, and of course within the confines of the law, we are able to accommodate our sellers when they request a termination of a listing agreement. Um, there are a couple things that I would say that are important to go along with that. When you are listing a home, you incur a lot of expenses, marketing expenses. Maybe you have flyers printed, maybe you hired an a photographer or someone to measure the home. Maybe you um, did other kinds of marketing and you have spent maybe 500, maybe 1,000 or more dollars out of your own pocket in order to market that home. Well, if they're going to take the home off the market, you need to be able to be compensated for, if not for your time, at least for your expenses that you've put forth. Now, this isn't necessary every single time. I have taken a home off of the market in the past in order to just accommodate the seller's wishes during the holidays. We'll take it off in November, knowing we're going to relist in January. No harm, no foul. I know they're going to relist with me, and it's totally fine. I'll go ahead and terminate the listing agreement. I've had other times when I've listed a home. This has happened several times, and it will happen to you too if you stay in the business long enough, where you tell the seller exactly what they can get for their home. You list it, you market it, you put it live on the MLS, you have multiple showings. Eventually, you get a full price offer, and then the seller freaks out and says, I don't want to sell. Actually, I've changed my mind. Now, there are a couple different things that you can do. Well, technically, legally, you could probably force their hand and sue them and force them to pay you your commission because you've technically earned it at that point to find a ready and willing buyer. Now, no realtor in their right mind is going to sue a client. We don't want to be known for that. Nobody wants to be sued. And if you're being sued by a professional, you're probably going to tell everyone you know and their brother about it. And the same would happen to us if we were to pursue legal action against one of our clients. So I would strongly advise against that in 99.9% of cases. So what do you do? Well, I think it's perfectly fine and reasonable to say, Mr. Seller, I understand your circumstances have changed. You want to take the home off the market. I think it would be fair if you just compensated me for the expenses that I've invested in marketing your home. Wouldn't you agree? I paid $200 for a photographer. I paid $100 to have the home measured. You can have the photos, you can have the measurement. I'm not making anything off of that, but I would like to be reimbursed. Don't you think that's fair? And you can make that a condition of terminating the listing agreement. Now, what if it is another case where the people are just going to do some repairs and then they're going to put the house back on the market and they're going to use you again as their realtor? Well, in that case, I would probably waive those termination fees to cover your marketing expenses. Unfortunately, this happens when we get a listing. It's not automatically going to turn into a paycheck. There's some hard work and there's always going to be some bumps in the road, but with a great attitude and with the right expertise and knowledge backing you, you can achieve your dreams of being a successful real estate agent. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any other questions about terminating a listing agreement, or anything else that has to do with real estate, I would love to hear those questions and potentially even answer them in one of these videos. Thanks for watching. You guys take care and God bless.